Good morning, everyone. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're out here in the garden working this morning, and I just wanted to give you a little garden tour and to show you how the garden is growing and how God is blessing us. So, look at this. Hi, Virginia. Good morning. We have our marigolds growing with our pasta tomatoes, our Roma tomatoes, and we've got some slicers growing, and we've got some bigger ones here. We got our carrots that will be harvested the 1st of July, and we got some bigger. I can see some fried green tomatoes in my future. Can't you, Miss Savannah? Savannah's my daughter. We love fried green tomatoes. There's some more marigolds. That's a succession plant. It helps put the nutrients back into the soil. It's a companion plant. And then here's some more. These are going to be cherry tomatoes. He's got all tops in here, so I'll probably get them wrong if I try to do them. So we'll just say that they're just tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. And it's just flourishing. It totally is. And when I first panned out and showed you our sunflowers and our loofah plants. And this is the back side. And it's just, I've been so busy, y'all. I have not been able to get out here and have coffee in the garden yet, which is really, really bad, because I need to get out here and just enjoy God's creation. But I had to clean the house yesterday, and now today I'm out here in the garden doing things. But yeah, so maybe when the grand boys are over here tomorrow, I can actually, and there's that big sunflower. Hi, Miss Brittany. Hi, Kelly. And my snow peas are about snuffed out. We've got a good harvest off of them, so I will probably pull them up and put some more, probably do some green beans there. But you got tomatoes there. You got celery here. It's growing real good. I'm going to harvest the leaves off of it this week and make some celery flakes to put in different dishes. There's another tomato. We have volunteer tomatoes that we have just stuck here, there, and everywhere. As I said, I'll be in the garden. Got to pull this grass, but look at these big old mammoths. I'll have to pan out and show you these big old mammoths. They're taller. They're about probably a good 10 feet tall there. Bless me. And then we have the cantaloupes. They got a little bit... Hi, Aunt Suzanne. Good morning. We got a little bit too much water down here, and they've petered out, but they've caught back up coming up here, so I'm hoping it doesn't mess with our cantaloupes. But we do have, back over here, we do have, in the midst of all this, we do have another one that's right here, and then there's one right there, but I don't know if that's gonna make it. But yeah, we have had a hard time growing those here on the Homestead cantaloupe, so maybe we'll have success. And here is my watermelon patch. As you know, if you follow us on Heavily Harvest Homestead, that we totally, the watermelon does not go good on the ground here, except over there where my greenhouse is. So, knowing that after putting it in 5 different spots over the years. Hi, Rosetta. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. We'll probably put them back over there next year so they can be up underneath those pine trees, because watermelons love acid. and they grow good over there in that soil. So the chickens won't be there next year, but the watermelon will. So we're hoping we'll have success, but it's just totally taken off in this bed that they share with the black beans. And look at this. This is one reason I grew the sunflowers, is to give the beans something and the watermelon something to grab onto as they vine out. But they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And the seeds, it will feed my goats, and it will feed my chickens. Here's got some more going on. And we got Chinese noodle beans, and they're coming up. They're blossoming. And first time I've ever grown them, so we'll see how they do. They're vining out, so we'll see. And some more volunteer plants. The fig tree is growing. We got some more beans over here. We got purple whole peas and some more tomatoes. Like I told you, we've got tomatoes stuck everywhere. But it's beautiful out here. God has really blessed us. And we've already found ways to expand for next year. The beets will be coming up. Their harvest will be pulled probably around July 1st too. They'll be ready to go. This spot's will be ready to go. More volunteer tomatoes. Some come up by themselves. Ooh, that's the spinach I need to get seeded out. I need to get them seeds and harvest them. I missed that one. We got radishes that will be ready here in a little bit. I made some bread and butter pickles the other day, so now I get to make another batch of bread and butter, because I still had dill left over from last year, so I had to start giving them away. Did not realize it. And then I've got my little Jack B. Nimble pumpkins. That was a volunteer. Y'all, I did so much composting that when I used the dirt and turned the dirt over, it had seed. And I'm telling you, God is a better gardener than I am, because he saw fit for those seeds to bloom. And here's another volunteer. Did not plant this little baby. It just come up. So we just put a cage around it, protected it, grown it. It's growing. And then we have leftover herbs. And as they grow, I process them and dry them out. And my magnolia tree, finally my magnolia tree. I got one and it's growing. Here's my beautiful banana peppers. I had 3 pots of these. I gave one of them to my daughter, and I did some starter plants for the other. But you can see how they're beautifully growing. Have a blessed day, Aunt Suzanne. We love you. I had some with some red beans and rice yesterday. And the red beans, and this is the compost. We had one at the front porch. And that's where all the seeds were. And you see I had some bad potatoes. Look what's growing in the compost. We need to really turn it over so it can heat up and compost, so we can use it for the fall garden. But I know that one will be. It's over there. Can you tell everybody good morning? Say good morning, everybody. This is my goat herd. If you don't follow us and this is your first time, I will post this on Heavenly Harvest Homestead, because we are a part of a homestead. But this is my goat herd. You have Buttercup there. You have Finn here as our black and gray male, and he just headbutted the tree. And then we have Miss Pickles, and then we have Honey Bunny. And Honey Bunny is the one that had a baby back in March, and she's back with the regular crew. Fiona's weaned, so she's over there with Piper and Holly. And here's our other garden. This is our potato garden, and as you can see, our potatoes are growing good. We did them in buckets. And then I have some pole beans here that are growing, and some more. Good morning, Barney. How are you? There's Betty and Wilma. Where's Fred? Huh? Where's Fred and Mr. Thing? I have 5 ducks, and I named them after the Flintstones and Mr. Huygens off of the Caribou Nap, but I don't call him Mr. Huygens. I just call him Mr. Thing, but that's who he reminded me of. But here we have patty pan squash. 2 different types. We got the green kind and the yellow kind. We got sweet potatoes growing in the bucket and all sorts of stuff. Like I said, most of this was volunteer. Didn't plant this either. This was out of the compost that I just put in here. So you want to see what the patty pans look like? Patty pans are coming out and good. I've never eaten one. Don't know what they taste like, but we're gonna find out. And like I said again, the sunflowers, you give them stuff that runs like squash and stuff, gives them something to reach out and hold on to, and it actually shields them from the hot desert heat sometimes, and humidity. Well, not humidity, but the daytime heat. And y'all look, this is Ken's new brew of bees. Yep, he got them last Friday, and he's feeding them sugar water. So this is 3 combs that we have. We have this nuke, and this nuke. So if you missed any of his bee tutorials, go over to Heavenly Harvest Homestead on YouTube and watch it. And I've got to collect peppers today, my sweet peppers and my bell peppers. They're coming in. I got to process them. I got to get them picked and processed. We got some more banana peppers there. Got some basil. I got to get the seeds off and get them processed. Got some hotter peppers here. We have pulled a mess of green beans. They may be at their, as you can see, they're petering out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rip them up and put down some more. And we have got so much zucchini squash that it is petering out too. It's just coming in, and if you missed those actual pictures and stuff, go to Heavenly Harvest Homestead. It'll be on that too. But they're just a few flowers here and there, but they've petered out. So the catnip done good. It's a companion plant. It is there to help keep the bugs away and everything because of the active ingredient in catnip. And here's my butternut squash. I was worried about them, but it seems like they're catching up and they're growing. I love butternut squash. If you like sweet potatoes, butternut squash is the next best thing if you can't get a sweet potato. And you just put a little butter and brown sugar on them, just like a sweet potato. And we got, these are going into, these have grown out. These are going into the regular chicken population today, because we have some new that are being hatched in the the incubator in there. So they'll be done in a couple of days. So we'll need to get this and get this cleaned up and everything. And these moved on to their way for the next session. Y'all look at these bees. They are pollinating this corn. Look at that. Now you sit here and think how big God is. When God can put all that information in that little bee brain for that bee to pollinate plants and stuff so they'll grow, so us humans can eat and animals can eat, because we're not the only ones that eat corn. You have deer and cows and there's corn in almost everything these days. Sometimes you don't want a corn the corn product and stuff, like dog food and stuff, but it does get put in there as a filler. You just gotta watch. And this is why we put them in a chicken tractor. We last year had a problem with ants, especially around the garden. So we tractor our chickens around the garden, and because it improves the soil, the fertilizer improves the soil, because ants will come where the soil is not good to get to burrow down in it and live there and then go eat your food in your garden. So we try to keep this as luscious and as green as it possibly can be. And no, I'm not growing red grass. That just happens to be little nesting shavings that we put in there from a basket that my mother-in-law gave me. But look at the buckwheat, how beautiful the buckwheat is. And I grew buckwheat as a covering. This is where we planted watermelons and cantaloupes that were a flop last year. But we used it as a ground cover and a plant that would feed the bees. About everything that we grow is either going to feed us or feed our bees, or feed our goats, or feed our chickens, or feed any animal that we have here. And here's my strawberry patch. It's almost petered out, so we're going to transplant these in another spot next year. I think I'm going to put them in laundry baskets and just have them here, there, and everywhere, so I can just move them when I need to. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then there's my roses. I cut them down, but they're growing back. And then we have our blackberries bushes. And it's taken off, and that's truly what I want in this whole part right here is blackberries. My mint has gone wild. I got to go in here and harvest it up, and I'm going to pull it up by the roots. I'm not cutting it this time. I'm pulling it up by the roots because it grows prolific. Hey, Janet. I think that's you. How are you doing? Love you. And then here's my lettuce garden. My lettuce is growing. So I got to get out here and cut some off of it before it bolts, because it looks like it's trying to bolt on me. So we're going to clean it out. See if we can find save some seeds out. But that's the only thing about lettuce is it'll bolt. It'll bolt. When it gets too hot, it'll bolt. So, and then here's the others. And these are what he calls cosmic eclipse. And they look like an outer space tomato, but they're black. Yeah. Alrighty. So, I've been on here for a while, and here's the barn. Like I said, I have a lot of cleaning and doing, and yeah. So here's our little tour, and the breeze feels good this morning. I've already been over here working in the greenhouse, getting it organized and everything, and Ken has his quail back there. We raise quails now. And then here is the regular chicken population. And those other ones in the tractor will join these. And they have their little shelter over there, shelter there. And they have this big place to roam and scratch. And we throw seedlings in there. We had watermelon yesterday, so they got their watermelon vine. And then there's a pond. If you've never seen our pond before, most of the time you see it every Sunday when I post the sermon that God gives Ken to preach. And the pond's always in the background. But it's extra beautiful this morning and just very peaceful this morning. And there's my baby girl. That's Miss Fiona. Yeah. Say good morning. Good morning. She's eating her breakfast. And there's Piper. That's my bottle baby. If y'all follow me, that's my bottle baby. He's not a bottle baby anymore. I got him in January, February. I got Holly in December. So they're all growing up very good. That's rude. That's rude. And he's getting into his manlyhood, and he likes to buck everything. But Holly is our shepherd dog, and she puts him in his place. See, he's wanting to play right now. And then Miss Fiona's there, and she's growing. And yes, I have a cute little dog collar on her. And the reason I keep a dog collar on her is because I let her out here on a lead so she can eat the green. Yep. I sure do. So they help me keep it. And she was little enough to put in there to keep that. She ate all that back because all that was great. Her and her mama cleared that out for me. So yeah, this is the farm, and this is what we're doing. And yeah, so pray for us. We'll pray for you. And ladies, I am starting a women's Bible study from the ages of 13 to 100. If you want to, I invite you to be there on this Facebook page at 7 o'clock. I'm going live this Thursday, and we'll talk about some things. We'll talk about how God is in the life of women and what women are all about that. And we'll see. I'm not going to spoil it because God's got a message, and hopefully, praise God, I can bring it. I can bring the lesson to you. And there's my broody hen. If y'all can see, she's sitting on about 10 eggs, and we've left them there for her. And we're going to see if she can hatch some eggs for us. Because it's her and one of these little bar rock ones that are white in them that have been setting. So yeah, so we're gonna see what we have. Hey Philip. And my dill needs to be cut back. I got some bergamot bee balm. There's Ken's Tom Tom that he's got, and that makes fruit sort of taste like bananas, they say. And then we got the zinnias, and see how beautiful they are. Just pretty. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and one thing before we leave. If you follow us on YouTube, you know about these little country bumpkins. But if you don't, I'll go show them to you anyway, and y'all can just take a trip through my messy barn. Ken's got to get in here and get picked up. There's our hay supply. Let's see if they're awake this morning. Oh my goodness, y'all are awake. We found ducks. We have ducks that we've had in Caleb's yard. And we got them when they were big. And now they are little. We have a chicken that is growing from being raised with them. But there's 4 ducks in there, and there's, I think, he's a rooster. But they are all being raised together. And they try to jump out, so Ken's got the thing on them. So, yeah. Their mama abandoned them in the middle of Caleb's driveway, so they just scooped them up. Hey, Mama. They just scooped them up, and they just brought them on home. So now we have 4 more ducks added with the 5 that we have. Yeah. Poop City. I love all these animals, but sometimes I just feel like I'm an inch in poop all the time. But yeah. I don't know if you saw it, Mama, if you came on late or not, but look at this. Look at that. Them are sunflowers. And them are my loofah plants. And I'm going to do some loofah. Do you see the lights? They look beautiful at night. But yeah. And the mammoth. I hadn't showed anybody this, Mama, but since you're on there, hold on, don't get off. Don't get off. I did something to the front yard. I wasn't going to show it. But since you and Philip are on here, I'll show it. Y'all just hang on. We're going to walk to the front door. And I'm going to show you what I did out here in the front yard. People tell me I'm crazy. But I'm not crazy. I just love the Lord. So come with me and I'll show you what I done. Dun, dun. Got another sunflower coming up. Got my pear trees just dripping with pears. It's a 2-year-old pear tree. But look, we'll come and we'll look from the road. And I'll show you. Can you see it? If you look from the road, look, Mama. It's the cross. And I put some solar lights on it so you can see. But yeah, it's a cross. And now that it's settled, it all looks a little bit uneven. So now I got to go back and peg them down somehow. But yeah, that's how much I love Jesus. And I got all my other trees. Got them because I'm bad to, when I come out here to weed eat, I'll hit the trunks. So that helped me not hit the trunks. But look, Mama, my lavender's coming in. I got to process my lavender. And look at all the seeds. There'll be so many plants in here. The seeds come down, and I haven't been able to come out here and get them. So the seeds, yeah. So if y'all live here in North Carolina and y'all want some seeds, or y'all out there in Facebook land want some seeds, holler at me. I'll get you some seeds and mail them to you. And that's another bee balm. I processed my lemon last week. And my chamomile, I got it in the dehydrator, just sitting there waiting on me. Because like I said, I run out of time all the time. Yep, so everything's just growing here, and I wanted to show y'all that. We just having a beautiful walk in the garden. Here's the azaleas. That one over there I think died. And I think I know why, because I have grandboys that like to pee off the side. And I think we got some urine on it. So, yeah, just saying. There's some morning glories growing around. Another azalea. Hibiscus. We got more volunteer tomatoes and blueberries. And, yeah, so we're doing good. Alrighty, y'all. I'm going to cut this off for now. We've been on here for a while. I love y'all. Hit us up on YouTube on Heavenly Harvest Homestead, and this video will probably be up there today because Ken hasn't had time to do a garden walk, so I just did one. So yeah, so ladies, come back and join me live Thursday night at 7 o'clock, and we'll have a Bible study. We'll learn a little bit about the Lord, and we'll learn a little bit about ourselves. Love y'all. Have a great day. Bye, Philip. Bye, Mama. Love y'all. Kisses. Bye.